Hi, my algebra students. Good afternoon. We're learning today about independent and dependent quantity. I'll share you my screen. All right. All right. So this is now the Nearpod activity that we work together. For those who are missed this class this morning, please make sure you have your notes with you, pencil, and of course your eraser if you need to. But we're going to review all about independent and dependent quantity. All right, as a warm-up, I would like you to give yourself chance to answer this Nearpod activity. Directions, fill in the blank, identify, that's not identity, identify the independent and dependent variable in the situation, okay? So give yourself chance to, read that. Okay, hold on, my annotation. All right, so what is now the independent and dependent variable? So a company charges $10 per hour to rent a jackhammer. The blank to rent a jackhammer depends on the blank it is rented. So go ahead, you can pause this video and identify which item or which quantity depends on another. Okay, awesome. So what is the answer here? Okay, correct. The cost to rent a jackhammer depends on the, okay, hours or, length of time it is being rented, right? So here, dependent variable will be the cost, and the independent variable will be the time or hours. I hope that is clear. All right, that's a warm up. You can copy this and make sure you are, pausing this video. All right, let's now move to the next slide. Okay, I would like you to copy this in your math notebook. So snippet this one, which I think I did already. If you go to your, website of Ms. Delore, so you can see here, digital notebook, click here. Okay, so you should have copied this, this and put on your math notebook. All right, so copy in your math notebook. What's the meaning of independent and dependent quantity? So when one quantity depends on another, it is dependent quantity. The quantity depends upon in the independent quantity is, that's the dependent quantity. The independent quantity is represented by the x-axis and the dependent quantity is represented by the y-axis. So let's now make sure we label that. So this is now the what? X-axis, which is the independent, right? Independent. And this is now the y-axis is the one vertical. And that's now the y-axis here. Okay, so which is the independent variable? So the independent variable is the automobile. Okay, based from the chart or graph. And the y-axis or dependent is the cost. Okay, I guess depends on the automobile how much it's cost, right? If it is a luxury car, of course it's expensive. If it's a regular car, it's not that expensive, right? So now the automobile, the cost depends on how much, or the cost depends on what kind of automobile you have. So I hope that makes sense. All right, make sure you copy this one and pause this video. So we're going to do our best here. Okay, you're going to, we're not do the graph, but identify the independent and dependent quantity. So example here, right? So we have here Daredevil, Grayson completes a dive from a cliff 100 feet above river. It takes him only 1.7 seconds to hit the water. So what do you think is the independent and dependent? Okay, so you're going to drag the answer. So go ahead, take your time. What do you think is the independent and dependent quantity? You can pause this and answer your notebook. What do you think is the independent and dependent variable or a quantity? Okay, correct. The answer here is time, the seconds here. And for dependent is Grayson's height above the water or feet. So that's the dependent quantity, independent and dependent quantity. All right, next. Okay, something's fishy. Candice is cleaning the office building's 200-gallon aquarium. For cleaning, she must remove the fish from the aquarium and drain the water. The water drains at the constant rate of 10 gallons per minute. So what is now the independent and dependent quantity? Go ahead, pause this video and answer this question. All right, the answer here is time or minutes, right? Let's look for that. Time or minutes here. Then dependent quantity is water or gallons. Okay, water or gallons. Okay, here. All right, so the independent is the time. So how long you, what? Candice cleaning the office building's 200-gallon aquarium. So the longer you put the water for cleaning the must remove the fish from the aquarium and drain the water. The water drains at the constant rate of 10 gallons per minute. So the independent is the time, which is the minutes, and independent is the water gallon. So how long you drain the water, right? It depends on how much you take out from that aquarium. Okay, so the water is depends on the time you drain the water from the aquarium. Okay, next, smartphone. But is it a smart deal? You have your eye on an upgraded smartphone. However, you currently do not have the money to purchase it. Your cousin will provide the funding as long as you pay him back with interest. He tells you that you only need to pay $1 in interest initially, and then the interest will double each week after that. He's a business person, your cousin. You consider his offer and wonder if this really is a good deal. So what is now the independent and dependent quantity based from this one? All right, pause this one and answer this slide. Okay, so independent is the time or weeks, right? And the interest or dollars is the dependent. So your interest is depends on how long you borrow, how long you have the phone until you bought it from your cousin.